What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. Today, we're going to commit a murder. We are going to kill 4 nutrition myths that need to die. They need to die maybe a long time ago when it comes to building muscle. Okay, let's start off with our first one, and that is fats make you fat. Guys, eating a lot of fat makes you fat, just like eating a lot of carbs will make you fat. Eating a lot of protein will make you fat. Eating lots and lots of food in excess of your caloric maintenance level will make you fat. We've talked about in order to lose fat, you have to be in a hypocaloric state. But eating fats on their own is not going to cause a problem unless you're eating them in excess. Here's a little caveat when it comes to fats, however, that maybe confuses people. And that is that fats on a gram-by-gram basis, you probably have heard this a million times, are more calorically dense than a gram of carbohydrates or a gram of protein. So for every gram of fats, you're looking at 9 calories versus the 4 calories of protein and 4 calories of carbohydrate. Because of that, you can't eat as many fats, or at least as much food containing fats as you might be able to of the other two. So people that indulge in a lot of fats might find that eating high quantities of these can make them fat, but it's not the fat molecule itself that's making you fat. So please, don't avoid healthy fats. They're a major constituent of every cell in our body. You need them, and you need them for optimal growth and hormones to be able to produce maximum muscle growth. So do not make this mistake. Let's kill this one right away. Okay, next up, one I can't wait to actually personally throw a shovel full of dirt on is this idea or concept that you can't eat past 6 p.m. or you're gonna get fat. You're gonna turn into a big fat pumpkin because you eat after a certain period of time in the day. You're cut off at night. It's garbage. Guys, remember, your body will utilize those calories if you're within your caloric maintenance level, right? If we still have 600 to 800 or 1,000 calories, and again, we don't have to get into the nuances of calorie counting. I can tell you all about how we can keep that much more simple. We'll do that in a whole other video. But the idea is if we're sort of still below our caloric maintenance levels, whether or not we eat those calories after 6 p.m. or even 8 p.m., or as I can even vouch for myself, I've been eating dinner almost every single night at 10:30 for the last 3 months, and it has had no impact on my body fat levels. If anything, I feel I'm leaner in the last few months than I have been at any point in my life. So it doesn't all of a sudden trigger just because the clock says that it's after a certain point that you're going to start putting on body fat. Again, your body's still utilizing those calories regardless of what time in the day you eat them. I will give you one big caveat, though, when it comes to the delivery and the timing of your meals. From a blood sugar stability standpoint, I made this point very clear on this channel multiple times, your blood sugar stability is paramount as a guy who trains athletes when it comes to optimizing performance. You don't want to be in a low blood sugar state when you're trying to drive and elicit great performances from athletes. And I think the same thing should apply to just us as human beings. If you want to optimize your function, your level of focus throughout the day, supplying your brain with the fuel it prefers at a regular interval by keeping your blood sugar stable is done by providing yourself with more frequent meals. But it has nothing to do with your ability to either store fat or burn fat because you're eating later in the day. So let's quickly, please, throw one more shovel of dirt on that one and bury that forever. Okay, the next myth up is one that actually comes in the form of a question often, and that is, can you build muscle if you're following a vegan-based eating plan? The idea is that no, you can't. I wonder why not. Okay, let's start with at least that there is a certain level of intensity needed in your workouts, and if you're providing that level of intensity to stimulate new muscle growth, a vegan following a sound nutrition plan will be able to build muscle because they can still get their protein necessary for building muscle in a vegan-based eating plan. There's plenty of sources, and vegans that are already following a vegan-based lifestyle know them very well. They could be hummus or chickpeas. They could be quinoa. They could even be protein-based supplements that are pea proteins. So they're vegan-based protein powders that they rely on to get the protein needed. And even then, how much protein is actually needed, that varies from individual to individual. It's actually it varies considerably from some estimates say even 0.5 gram per pound of body weight to up to 1 gram per pound of body weight. I even hear people say 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. I think that's a little bit truly excessive. But it doesn't matter. The idea that if vegans are supporting hard training, that's the prerequisite. Hard training, just like everybody else, with a sound nutrition plan that has protein in it from vegan-based sources, who cares? You can absolutely build muscle. So if you are somebody that's looking or pondering the idea, don't let somebody talk you out of it because they're telling you that you can't build muscle that way. It's a complete myth. And then finally, tying into this whole concept on supplementation, there's a belief out there that supplements will get me ripped. I actually had a college roommate who did nothing, never worked out, used to show up with his bottle of fat burners and think, I'm all set, I'm good to go, I got my fat burners. And he used to even think about spot reduction in his belly from taking his fat burners. Guys, if you have an aversion to eating healthy and to having a sound approach to nutrition, forget your supplements, because your supplements won't do anything. Remember, supplements are supposed to supplement a good nutrition plan. If a good nutrition plan is in place, supplements can make a big impact on your level of body fat because, as I said many times before, they provide you the option for a consistency level that maybe doesn't exist otherwise. Again, for someone who's always on the road running around from place to place, I rely on my supplements to keep me lean 365 days a year. They provide a level of consistency for me when I may be at a loss for what to eat or may not have direct access to something that's very consistent with what I want to eat. I know that my supplements do provide me with that option. The second thing I think that supplements do is they kind of create an accountability factor for you early in the day. Let's say if I take my pre-workout RX-1 in the morning, I already feel like I'm invested in the idea that I am on this path today to make sure that I continue my goals of eating well to support my hard training and to keep me on this, looking the way I look. So by doing that, I'm much more reluctant, I found over the years, to really stray off that path. I feel like I've invested both the money and I've invested the time to follow a good nutrition plan. Don't screw it up now. Keep everything going. I find a lot of guys feel that same way about it. If you are looking to have supplements be the reason why you lose body fat, then I would say just look elsewhere. But if you are committed to your nutrition plan and are willing to take that extra step to try to speed up or enhance what you're seeing from your current approach to nutrition, supplements can play a big part in that as well. As I said all the time, that is what my approach has always been, even with my own supplements, how I approach my day of eating and how they fit into it. So there you have it. If you, like me, are happy that we finally threw dirt on these 4 myths, and as a matter of fact, you even got one last kick in yourself to make sure this thing stayed down, that's great. Make sure you leave your comments and thumbs up below. In the meantime, let me know what else you want to see, what other types of videos you want me to cover here on this channel. I'd be more than happy to do so. We have a complete nutrition plan in our ATHLEAN-X Factor meal plan that will help you to cut through a lot of the BS when it comes to nutrition, simplify it, doesn't have to be all that complicated, and get the results that you want to see. It's the one I follow 365 days a year. You can get that at ATHLEAN-X.com and our ATHLEAN-X training systems. All right, guys, I'll be back here again real soon. I'll see you.